Rami X back in our video. I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. If you're new here, make sure to like, share the video to a friend who likes this or just anime content in general. Subscribe as I want to hit 9K by August and 14K by the end of the year. And check out my second channel down below where I post a multitude of what ifs and discussion videos on animes like One Piece, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, etc. And not only that, but like yesterday I did 6 uploads in a day. Like, you know, I'm grinding on that channel. Please go check it out. But with that out of the way, hope you all enjoy, and we'll pick up from where we left off. In the last part, we ended off with the beginning of the Land of Waves, so we'll pick up from there. Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi would all arrive at the bridge with Tazuna, as eventually 2 figures would appear. We know these figures as Zabaza and Haku, but to Naruto, they were enemy nin. He could tell that they were enemy nin by Zabaza's headband, which was from the mist, and it was also crossed out, so he was a rogue ninja, not even somebody who was, well, I guess you could say, actually allied with the mist. Naruto would then tell Kakashi to get in guard, as Kakashi would pick up on Naruto's, I guess you could say, keen intuition, if you will. Naruto would then tell Kakashi that he'll be fine, and that he'd like to test his skills against these 2. Kakashi would then shrug his shoulders, as he would tell Naruto to be careful. Naruto would say sure, as he would say that he's been on plenty of S and A and B rank missions, though he's only been on 1 S rank and, like, you know, a few A and B missions. Anyhow, he would say that he's been on missions, like S rank missions, and Sasuke, hearing this, would pause. 2 more figures would then appear from behind them. These 2 figures were Zaku and Haki. Haki is Haku's brother. I'm introducing this idea. I've done it before in a few other what ifs. And Zaku is Zabaza's sister. I've also introduced her in a few what ifs. So basically, they're coming up from behind the group, whereas Naruto's going towards Zabaza and Haku. Naruto would then engage Zabaza and Haku, as he would start to clash with them on Ing. Naruto would then start to realize how powerful Haku was, as he was thinking that he was about tuning level at most, but while he was fighting both of them, he realized that Haku was actually doing better than Zabaza. Could it be, Naruto thought to himself, a mere child, the same as I, being stronger than a man like Zabaza? Naruto only thought this was odd because it's not every day that you run into A, somebody who can use ice style, B, somebody who's a rogue ninja, especially of the Mist Village, which has many powerhouses within. We've only seen about 2 rogue ninjas from the Mist Village. Well, if you don't count Juzo, who got pretty easily beaten by Yagura. Anyhow, if you don't count him, there's only 2 rogue ninjas, so Naruto's very surprised, if you will, about Zabaza being a rogue ninja. And if he was a rogue ninja, then Naruto thought in his mind that he would have to defy his Kage. So in theory, he would have had to gone against, or would have had to go up against his Kage, who is Yagura, which would mean that he would be around that level or just a bit lower. So Naruto was kind of surprised that this boy, who he didn't know his name, but we know as Haku, was easily able to, you know, just trump Zabaza's moves. Anyhow, enough of that. Anyhow, Naruto would then continue fighting them, as he would then start to back up. Naruto would look at them, as he would then hear Kakashi yell out, "Get out of the way, Sasuke!" It had seemed that Sasuke had been frozen. Frozen with, I guess you could say, despair. Why was that, you may ask? Because Naruto had, let's just say, he had made Sasuke angry because he had said it so casually. If you don't recall what I'm saying, before, Naruto had said that he had got on many S rank missions, right? But, of course, he was just bluffing. He's only been on 1. But he's been on missions that are, like, of the S rank class, A rank class, B rank class. So Sasuke was a bit, you know, angry. Angry that somebody like Naruto, somebody who's the same age as him, no older. Actually, Naruto's a bit younger than Sasuke. Somebody who's younger than him could be so skilled. Somebody who doesn't possess the dojutsu, and somebody who, in at least Sasuke's mind, wasn't even of a noble clan. How could they be so strong, Sasuke thought? How could they be so powerful? It was unheard of. But, of course, we know that Naruto belongs to the Uzumaki clan, and kind of the Senju clan, if you count that Namikaze clan. Anyhow, Naruto would then grab Sasuke out of the crossfire of Zaku and Haki, who I believe I explained, and if you just need a bit more summary, they're just Haki is Haku's brother, and Zaku is Zabaza's sister. Anyhow, Naruto would then save them from them, as he would kind of just like deflect all their attacks, whereas now Zabaza and Haku's hands were free, as they would charge towards Kakashi, who would start to deal with them both. Naruto would easily take care of Zaku and Haki, as they would now be on their knees. Naruto would quickly aid Kakashi, as they would start to take down Zabaza and Haku, though they knew it wasn't over. Naruto would then jump back, as he would put together a few hand signs. Now, Fire Style, Fireball Jutsu. Naruto would launch this attack, as Haku would yell out, Ice Style, Magnificent Rock Dome of Nothingness. A jutsu that Haku has been shown to use as an Edo, and I believe that if he can do it as an Edo, then he should be able to do it alive, as well. You don't really learn things in the afterlife, to my knowledge at least. Anyhow, Naruto would then watch as his attack would just kind of be easily negated by Haku's ice, as he would decide to create a Shadow Clone. The Shadow Clone would fire off a Wind-style air bullet, as he would fire off another Fire-style Fireball Jutsu. Eventually, both natures, I guess you could say, or both chakra natures, would mix, as it would create a big explosion, causing the dome to break. Just a little. It would break in two, but the bottom half would still be recognizable, and it was still there. Naruto would then smirk. It seems to me like you have strong, or have a strong to be more exact, a strong Kekkei. Naruto would then quickly disappear and reappear. He was hiding behind a tree to see what would happen if he was gone in the fight. He was curious of what certain cues he could pick up on from Zabaza and Haku, what they would do when faced with the unknown. Two Shadow Clones would then start walking towards Zabaza and Haku, as Zaku and Haki, who I explained are Zabaza and Haku's brother and sister, they would now be standing up, but I feel here Sakura would kind of get beaten up here. She'd get it pretty bruised, and she'd get pretty hurt. Not too fatal, but kind of fatal, as they kind of roughed her up, since Sasuke's still in this frozen-like state. Sasuke, in his mind, was infuriated. How, Sasuke thought to himself. How? Naruto would then look at Sasuke intensely, as he thought to himself, what is he doing? Whereas Sasuke thought to himself, how could I be bested so greatly by somebody my own age? An S-rank mission? Even just doing one is on a whole nother level. It's unreal. No way. How strong is this guy? Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto would then appear as Sasuke thought this, as he would grab Sasuke out of the way of Zaku and Haki's attack as they were about to attack him. Sasuke would then grab a kunai from his pocket as he would stab himself in the knee. Sasuke would grit his teeth as he managed to kind of like break his trance, if you will, because we've seen Sasuke be able to do this with people like Orochimaru, whereas his fear and shock, or emotions basically that Sasuke has that are blocking him to be able to really do things, he can use pain to divert it. So I think he'd be able to do it here. Sasuke would then tell Naruto that even though he may have completed an S-rank mission, that doesn't mean that Sasuke isn't even more skilled than he is. Naruto didn't understand what Sasuke meant by this, as he just saw it as a friendly rivalry. Naruto would then quickly aid Kakashi again as he would realize that they had their hands full. Naruto would then jump back as now Haku managed to injure Kakashi. Naruto was basically at a dead end. Sasuke was just about to be defeated by Haki and Zaku because, well, Sasuke at this point at most is like tuning level, so he's not really able to do too much against them, but he's able to hold out. But now they're about to, put a beating on him, as Naruto would then try to grab Sasuke out of the way, as this was the only person who he could really protect, whereas Sakura was on the ground, kind of like bleeding out, and Tazuna was just far away from the fight watching behind a few bushes. So Naruto had to worry about Sasuke, and he would worry about Kakashi, but Sasuke was more important to him because he knew Kakashi was strong and could hold out just a little bit longer. So he tried to grab Sasuke, but he was too weak to do anything. This hit Naruto hard because Sasuke was just hit with Senbon and the blunt part, or blunt piece, if you will, of the Executioner's Blade by Zabaza, as Naruto would realize that he was too weak to stop Sasuke from getting hurt. He was too slow to stop them from even setting their eyes on Sasuke. Through his whole life, he had never experienced such a, I guess you could say, such a heartbreaking moment. Naruto had failed. How, Naruto thought to himself, how did I let this happen? Okay, of course, Sasuke right here, he's not dead, but he's very injured, in the same way that Sakura and now Kakashi are both injured. Basically, they're all just kind of bleeding out. Naruto would now be seen with the aura of the Nine Tails surrounding him, as he would put his hands together in a cross-like formation. All of you will pay for what you've done to my team, Naruto would say, as he would yell out, multi-shadow clone jutsu. 10,000 shadow clones would be summoned by Naruto, as he had the Nine Tails as chakra reserves to help him out, and also because he's, like, I guess you could say a lot stronger, he also just has higher reserves in general. Naruto would then summon all of these clones, as they would all fire off their own attacks, bombarding the enemy ninja. Naruto would then pant heavily as he would fall onto his knees. I did it. I got them. Naruto's clones would then clear a path for Naruto, as a few of his clones carried him to, I guess you could say, the enemy ninja, that being Zabaza, Haku, Haki, and Zaku. All of you. You were formidable opponents, I must say. But thank you. You only strengthened my resolve to get closer to becoming Hokage. Sasuke, Sakura, Kakashi, have I earned your respect? Respect? What do you mean? I mean exactly what I said. Have I earned it? Have I earned your respect? Yeah, Kakashi would say. Sure, Sakura would say. And no, Sasuke would say. Respect? Huh. Earned it? What do you think this is? I don't just give out my kind regards to anybody. And you should too, Kakashi-sensei. What do you mean? I'm just congratulating him and showing him credit where credit is due. I don't think so. You may have saved us today, Naruto. But on another day, on another battlefield, I'll be saving you. Well, I'll be waiting for that day, Sasuke. Naruto would then tell Zabaza, Zaku, Haki, and Haku, I don't know why I did that, that they were all very formidable, like he said before. They would then ask him why he repeated himself, as they did hear him, as Naruto would say that they should really know how powerful they were, because they used their power in the wrong way. Naruto would then think back. A while back, you said that you wanted to kill the bridge builder. Who's your master? You don't just want to kill somebody for thrill. I can sense that. At least I think I can. You're right. Well, I have a master, kinda. His name's Gato, Zabaza would say, as he would implant his blade into the ground. And after this, he'll pay me big money so I can accomplish my goal. And what is that goal, Naruto would ask Zabaza? That goal is to defeat Yagura Karatachi, the current Mizukage of the Hidden Mist Village. And why is that? Because the state that he has our village in, it's unforgivable how he runs things. The tyrant, Yagura, he turned our village, our beautiful village, into a reckless homeland, a place filled with blood. This Yagura guy sure does seem evil. I don't know, at one point he was really nice. A good person, a good Mizukage, maybe even the best at that point. But then all of a sudden he changed. You see, what had really happened to Yagura was that Obito had controlled him. That also happened in the canon. He used a genjutsu on Yagura that kind of made him do some bad things with the Mist Village, I guess you could say. So it's not really Yagura's fault, but that's why he kind of just up and changed. Zabaza would then tell Naruto that he won't lose. He won't lose here when he has a dream, when he has a goal, when he has ambition. I guess you could say an aura, a mythical aura of a sorts surrounded Zabaza now. He had entered what you could call demon mode. The demon of the mist, Naruto would say. That's why you got that name. I feel your aura, it's so heavy. Almost as if you were a demon. Either way, strong aura or not, strong chakra reserves or not, strong weapon or not, you are nothing. Because I too have a dream, and it will not end here. I will become Hokage, no matter what it takes. I will defy the odds. Naruto would then unsheathe his blade as he would look at Zabaza. And I'll show you. I'll show you that the Leaf Village is not something to overlook. Now watch! Chakra would now coat Naruto's blade as it was the chakra of the Nine Tails, mixed with his blue chakra, creating a kind of vermilion blue sky effect, which was kind of half the blade was encased in Naruto chakra, half the Nine Tails' chakra. Naruto would then rush towards Zabaza as they would clash. Naruto and Zabaza's blades would meet as Naruto would jump back. You're very powerful, Zabaza. But maybe, just maybe if we met in a different time, met in a different way. Maybe if you didn't injure my comrades, and maybe if you didn't want to take Kazuna's head, we could have been rivals. We could have been friends. Naruto would then unleash a massive amount of chakra as he would tell Zabaza that he doesn't like to play games. Now, let's do this, Naruto would say. Each of Naruto's clones would fire off their own jutsu. Some would fire off things like fire-style fireball jutsus, whereas others would throw kunai and use like Shadow Shuriken jutsu, which just took up less chakra for them. I'm not really sure if the Shadow Shuriken jutsu takes up less chakra than the fireball jutsu, but for Naruto it does. So for his clones it does as well, and some clones would use that jutsu, the Shadow Shuriken jutsu, whereas some clones would use things like the fire-style fireball jutsu and wind-style air bullet. Either way, they all use jutsu, and eventually the whole area will be coated with smoke from Naruto's shadow clones dispersing. Naruto would then clear the smoke with his sword, as he would tell them that they fought bravely, and that even in the end, Zabaza, Momochi, you stood valiantly, and you continued because you had ambition. Heck, you still do. Now don't go die on me. Naruto would then reach deep into his ninja pouch as he would grab some sort of healing capsule. Naruto would then tell Zabaza to eat this, as he would take out a sort of pill, which would start to heal Zabaza. Zabaza, I usually use this if I'm very injured, about to die. That's what it looks like for you and your friend. Now, here, take this too. And you. Naruto would then give out these pills, if you will, to each of them, as they would all swallow them, regaining their life force, if you will. They would all then stand, asking why Naruto would do such a thing, especially when endangered. Why I would do such a thing, you ask? I think that might be quite simple. I don't wish to kill you. Yes, you hurt my comrades, something I will never forgive you for, especially in this way. But, you are still ninja, and you showed me that even though you may be a rogue ninja, you have something to live for, because you have a dream. And also because there's a few bandits back there and my chakra reserves are getting kind of low. You see, Naruto didn't want to fight all of Gato's men on his own, especially because his chakra was getting low, even though he probably could do it if he pushed himself a little. Now, go defeat those men, and you can have back your lives. You can live as much as you want, as long as you don't harm innocents to get to your goal. Because I'm sorry, but I just can't let ninja like that roam this planet or the next. Naruto would then give these pills, like I said before, these healing pills, I guess you could say. Basically, they're not really pills, but they're like food pills. You know, those like round balls in Naruto. So he's basically just giving them, but they're not food pills. They're like healing chakra pills. And he would give them to Kakashi, Sakura, and Sasuke, as they would all start to heal a little. But their injuries were a bit more severe, even though, you know, you'd think that Zabaza, Zaku, and Haki, as well as Haku's injuries, would be much worse because of the onslaught that Naruto's clones did to them. It wasn't as bad, but, you know, it was still pretty much the same. Anyhow, Naruto would then watch as they defeated Gato's men, as Zabaza would raise his hand to the air. Thank you, Naruto. Thank you for letting us live. Thank you for letting me continue my dream. Zabaza, you must atone for what you've done to the people in this village. Just your presence alone scares them. So how about this? How about you? I what? How about you protect it? Maybe become its Kage. What? Me become its Kage? That's such a foolish thing to say, Naruto. And here I thought that you were smarter than your age. Just hear me out. It can be the best atonement ever. To protect the village that you once were attacking. I think that that's more than enough. And it could pay. I know you need money to accomplish that goal. You could get ninja. You could create a ninja system in this village. An academy where people could learn how to control chakra and become skilled ninja. Just maybe you'll do that. Now that you say that, Naruto, it doesn't sound so bad. I think I might. I think I might do that. Well, isn't that great? And these three with you, their names Zaku, Haki, and Haku. I think Haku should be your Kage guard, and the two others, well, one of them should be the leader of the academy, teaching people how to control chakra, and another could lead a squad. Eventually, there'd be more people to be able to lead squads, but for now, that should be able to do. And you could do missions so that you could bring an economy. They're pretty skilled. They could do maybe 5, 10, 30 D-rank missions in a day if they push themselves. Even though that may be a small amount of money per D-rank mission, that's a lot if you do 30. And then C-rank missions and B-rank missions still get stronger with it as well. You're right, Naruto. I think I'll just do that. Well, Tazuna, Zabaza would yell out. You may build your bridge in peace. That's the first order as your Kage. Hey, who said anything about you being the Kage of our village yet? You must first be accepted by our people. Naruto would then venture to the village with Zabaza, as well as Haki, Haku, and also Zaku, as well as his team, as Team 7 would basically get healed up by doctors, and Naruto would go out with Zabaza, as he would try to get Zabaza to gain the respect of the peoples, and Zabaza succeeded. He was named Kage, as they heard what he was basically preaching, where he was preaching how he wants to atone, and he wants to protect their village from anybody who may harm it. And they accepted. They did need a protector, especially from bandits and thugs. So, they accepted. And Zabaza became the Land of Waves Kage. And with that being said, make sure to like, share the video to a friend who likes videos or just anime content in general. Comment down below your thoughts and things about the video. This video is pretty long, so thank you for watching it, especially if you watched to the end. Subscribe to my second channel down below, where I post an abundant amount of what-ifs, discussion videos, and things of the sort. And with that out of the way, RamiX. Subscribers, I want to hit 9K by August and 14K by the end of the year. And as always, RamiX. Oh.